Hey everybody, I'm Andrea Scanlon with REMAX Elite, and I'm coming to you from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, which is just west of downtown Minneapolis. When we're thinking about indicators or things that we watch in the market to gauge the health of a real estate market, showing activity is definitely one of those things that I like to pay attention to. So I like to see how many listings are coming into the market and at what price points, where are the showings occurring, and how is this compared to previous years? Because people are always kind of curious, well, how is real estate market in comparison to a year ago? Or what do you think is going to happen next? So this is one of my favorite things to look at when I'm trying to understand what's going on with the market in terms of like this last week activity, because I know what I'm doing, but what everyone else is experiencing out there, sometimes it's nice to have data that supports those kind of feelings that you're having or experiences that you're having. So that said, let's get to it. I'm going to share my screen here. We are in fact looking at just getting right to it, the daily showing activity. And this is for most of what we're going to be looking at, it's going to be comparing this last week in 2023 to that same week in 2022. But this graph here, you can see goes back to 2019, 20, 21, 22. So we have a lot of data here. And you can see here, if you've been hearing from other realtor friends or people that you know of, like, hey, it's been a little bit slow back half of January. Well, in fact, yes, the data does support that. It has, in fact, been a little bit slower than normal. So you can see here, this bold black line is where we are right now. We are currently intersecting the lines of kind of getting back on track with 2019 and 2020, pre-pandemic 2020. So that's a very positive thing. Of course, in comparison to 21 and 22, those are strange years. I mean, everything was strange about those years. So that activity was, of course, heightened by the pandemic, and it's just strange. Okay, so we're getting back on track. Yes, it's great. When we look at showing activity by price range. Okay, so again, we're just looking at this year comparing to last year again, and you can see that from the gray, we are visually quite a bit down from last year's at this same time. Really, the total that we're looking at here for the most active price range of people touring homes is between 250 and 299. So it's a little bit under 2,600 showings that occurred in that price range. And if you have a property that you are looking at purchasing in that area and you are thinking the competition is pretty intense, yeah, you're right. A lot of multiple offers going on with that, even still now in this market. But it is completely different than it was a year ago, not only in terms of the inventory, but other facets too. That's a different video for a different day. Okay, so back to this. We have a lot of showing activity occurring between 250,000 and 299,000. We also have good amounts of showing activity. This is pretty close here, between 500,000 and 600,000. Although decreased from where it was last year, that's a little bit closer to normal than some of these other, more dramatic brackets for prices. Okay, so and then this other one here I wanted to show you too. What was kind of interesting about this one, changes in pending sales by price range. So a house comes on the market, you make an offer, you have some contingencies, close those contingencies. Only then, after you've accepted an offer and cleared that inspection contingency, do we really kind of consider it to be pending sale. So it's, getting all buttoned up with financing and title and moving towards closing. So you could see here that pending sales by price range, there are fewer pending sales that are occurring. This is kind of interesting. What's going on? So between 750 and $1 million, although there is less inventory present in the market this year in comparison to last year, the amount of pending sales is significantly, higher than the other other groups out there. So what that means is a lot of energy for people who are looking in that price range. Lots of competition. So if you are shopping in that price range and interested in understanding what's going on, and you're feeling like, yeah, this is maybe frothier than I would have expected it to be, your feelings are justified here. So lots of activity and lots of demand happening in this 752 a million price range. And overall, I do expect that that really, until we get a lot more supply into the marketplace, we're going to continue to have strong demand across the different price points here. And I'm gonna stop sharing. Hang on here. Okay. So yes, I expect that we'll still have a very strong spring market. If you're planning to sell, that's good news for you. If you're planning to buy, then we need to sharpen up your toolbox a little bit and understand, how to write contracts that are going to win in a market such as this. So part of the value that I bring to my clients is that I have insight into what's working and what's not, and connections and resources. So I'm happy to share, and I would love to share. I really enjoy what I do, and I want to help people with their transitions as they make them. So for any real estate questions, or if you like to just talk things over, have any plans for real estate moves in 2023, reach out. I'm always ready to talk. So hope you have a great day. And if this was valuable, would you mind just leaving me a note? It would be great to just understand if this is helpful or not, or what. Okay, hope you have a great day. Thanks.